Hello and welcome to Halftime Report. I'm Ekta Batra and with me is Mangalam Malu today. Well, it's turning out to be a session where we are definitely seeing some amount of pressure on our markets. Let's see whether or not there would be a second half recovery or not. But as of now, we have the mid-cap index, which is down around 0.7%, the Bank Nifty, which is down around 0.4%. As we move closer towards the end of the year, there will be lesser amount of news cues to reckon with. So maybe the street will now be concentrating on the next big event, which would be the RBI policy in the first week of December. As of now, the Bank Nifty just about being more resilient as compared to the mid-cap index as well as the Nifty. We have a couple of stocks such as Axis as well as Kotak from the Nifty Bank constituents, which are managing to hold their head above the water. Hi, Mangalam.
Hi, Ekta. Yes, it is a down day in today's trading session, but nothing really to worry about because we have been in this range of 18,200 to about 18,500 for the last few trading sessions, and incrementally we keep testing the borders of each of these ranges, and currently at the low point of trade for the index. Let's see what happens in the second half of trade, whether this gets bought into or not. And like you said, as we move towards the end of this year, we probably have lower news, but at the same time, lesser news and lesser volume amount to bigger volatility in the way these stock prices move. The two macro data points which are doing extremely well from a global standpoint, one, oil is at around 90 and the dollar index is stable. So long as that happens, perhaps nothing really to worry about. VIX just under 15. Nothing to worry about as well. Let's see where we go.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let's get talking about a couple of companies on our radar this morning then. We have Wockhardt, which is the first corporate on our show this in the next 1 hour odd. Report suggests that the company's Antibiotic, which is under study, WCK5222, is in fact showing some amount of success. To talk more about this as well as the business outlook, we have with us Habil Khorakiwala, the chairman at Wockhardt, who joins in now. Mr. Khorakiwala, good to see you after a very long time. Well, it was an interesting incident that took place where WCK5222, which is your antibiotic under development, was used on a lady from Nepal, we understand, who had come to India, and she, unfortunately, her surgery resulted in quite a steep infection. And WCK5222, we understand, was used successfully in order to cure the infection. Can you just give us more details in terms of that particular incident, and what is the kind of traction you might be seeing from the doctor community post this particular incident?
See, this drug is under phase 3 clinical trial, WCK5222. And there is also provision in India and worldwide, in US, Europe, everywhere. Okay, if the patient is a very, very serious one, and in the opinion of the treating physician, drug which is under clinical trial can be used for compassionate purpose. And for this, for every patient, you require a specific permission. The patient and the doctor has to get it from the drug controller of India. And then we supply the drug, and normally and always in a compassionate use, the drug is supplied free of cost. So it is never a commercial idea. It is fundamentally to save lives. And this typical patient was tried almost all the drug available and worldwide which were approved. For over 4 weeks, she was on ventilator. And after this drug, our 5222 was given, she was off ventilator in 3rd or 4th day, and she was left the hospital in 10 days. After that, also doctor followed the patient for next 4 or 5 weeks. And when everything was absolutely normal, then the patient went back. So this is what it is. It is under clinical trial. Some of the trial is already begun in Europe, and it is going to start in India and other countries.
Okay, so these are phase 3 global clinical trials, which WCK5222 is currently undergoing, we understand. When will the final data be released on it?
We expect the clinical trial to get over by end of next year or early 2004. And then we would be submitting our application to regulators in US, Europe, India, elsewhere. And we hope sometime in later part of 24, early 25, the drug should be available.
Okay. What is the monetization opportunity, Mr. Khorakiwala? Before I pass it on to Mangalam, I just wanted to understand from WCK5222, it is in global phase 3 trials currently. There is data indicative of the fact that there is some amount of efficacy in this. Can you just give us a sense in terms of whether or not this would possibly be a licensing opportunity? Are you in talks with partners?
Yeah, see, there are two approaches we have. As far as India is concerned, we will definitely market here in India. And we have not taken a position as far as the US is concerned, whether to do it ourselves or license it to a third party. But rest of the world where we do not have any organization, we are definitely going to license. China, Europe, rest of the world. So that is where we have a great licensing opportunity available in most part of the world and maybe also in the United States.
All right, we take that point. But I'll just take the monetization part forward, Mr. Khorakiwala, and expand it to the company. About a month ago, there were reports that, Wockhardt may sell its domestic business for about 2,000 odd crores as a part of a rejig. Just wanted to know whether there is truth to that or these are just news reports.
I think it is just news reports.
So you're not looking to sell your domestic business currently?
I don't think we have anything which is happening.
Okay.
Would result into something like that. And if there is some significant thing is happening, we will certainly communicate to media.
Right. No, because you do have some debt on your books. Just wanted to know that what is the debt repayment plan? I mean, how do you plan to go about it?
We had a debt of about $250 million in our Wockhardt Bio. The last 2-3 years, today it is zero. So we have paid complete debt. As far as India is concerned, most of the debt which we had taken from the bank long term is small debt is remaining, and it will get paid. It's about 100 odd crores or less. It is remaining. It will get paid in by end of the financial year.
Okay.
Then we have short-term debts, which I think we will deal with it over a period of time.
Okay, Mr. Khorakiwala, yeah, go ahead.
We are also trying to restructure or deal with some of this thing for funding our R&D program also.
Okay. Mr. Khorakiwala, I just wanted to come back to WCK5222 and probably tie it with the US markets, because currently you have a consent decree which is signed for the US markets. You're operating via third parties. If in case you do want to enter the US markets and commercialize WCK5222, would it have to be via a third party, and hence you will probably look to out-license this molecule in terms of manufacturing to a manufacturing partner and then probably accrue royalties and milestones from it, just to understand the model?
Let me explain to you. We have decided to close down our manufacturing facility at Chicago Morton Grove, and that was purely a business decision to save the cost and improve profitability. As a part of our process, we signed a consent decree that when we start, we will take a prior permission of FDA. So that is, we are dealing with generic product. Now coming to WCK5222, we are getting the whole product manufactured in UK with all FDA approved facility. So it is totally not disconnected as far as because we are already manufacturing, the product is already in clinical trial, and whenever it is getting approved, none of Wockhardt facility is involved. And all facility which are involved are US FDA approved facility. So these two issues are totally delinked. So this has nothing to do, for example, of whatever business decision we will take for WCK5222 in terms of monetization. Anyway, we are doing a worldwide basis. And even if we decide on the USA, either we monetize or we market, the situation doesn't change, because this product will be manufactured in third-party facility which are located in Europe, and they are all FDA, MHRA approved facilities.
Right. Just a two-part question. One is on the tie-up that you had with Serum for manufacture of vaccines. I mean, what's the status of that? Where have you reached? And, for COVID in particular, I think the demand for vaccines has dropped substantially. And the second one is, because you're talking about the US business, just wanted to know the US FDA status of all your plants right now.
Let me answer second question first. As far as the pharmaceutical is concerned, we have not having any products getting manufactured in Wockhardt for US FDA. And we have taken a business call that if whatever product we have in the market, we will get it manufactured by third party. At the same time, we are sending out a closer letter to FDA for complete compliance. So that is there. Now, coming to your first question about the vaccine manufacturing with Serum Institute. Let me tell you, this vaccine which we will be manufacturing is not necessarily only COVID or future COVID vaccine. We have identified, along with Serum, 6 vaccines, which they already are manufacturing here in India. And that is where we would be manufacturing for them. In UK, our contract with them is for a 15-year period, and which is a 51-49 profit sharing, plus whatever is my manufacturing cost.
Sure.
Would be there. And we are in a process of executing the same.
And how much are you now manufacturing when it comes to AstraZeneca and the tie-up that you have with the UK government?
At the moment, I think they have enough inventories and there is no manufacturing last few months.
Okay. Okay, all right, Mr. Khorakiwala, it's a pleasure. We'll touch base with you again. Thank you very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that is Wockhardt. There is definitely some amount of success which has been possibly shown in one case when it comes to WCK5222, but remember that particular drug is still under trial. It is an antibiotic which is used to tackle superbugs, basically infections which are even resilient to ICU antibiotics. We'll take a short break. We'll get you more on the markets as well as stock-specific action on the other side. Stay tuned.